communication and collaboration tools and technology. These are the tools, the technologies that somewhat define Web 2.0. They enable us to reach out, collaborate with colleagues, stakeholders, and others on a number of issues related to management as well as education. These are the tools that allow us to inform and teach at a distance from one another and at varying times. They really are what make the web so interactive today and our online learning environments so rich. Let's take a look. The goals and outcomes, objectives for this lesson, some of these are shared across the last 4 modules of this course, modules 5 through 8. And these outcomes include apply technology to solve an education or management related problem or to enhance an education or management related task or experience. Develop and publish web-based media resources. And specific to this particular lesson, in Module 6, communicate with others using collaboration and communication tools. The specific objectives are to utilize course tools, applications, and programs to communicate with others in an online environment. I've included in the course module an article by Martinez Garcia and others entitled Clinical Decisions for Multimorbidity Case Management Using Social Network and Open Source Tools. Social networks are playing a role in healthcare because they offer a means to improve communication and collaboration among healthcare professionals. Collaboration and information sharing can be especially important in the case of patients with multimorbidities because of the number of healthcare professionals that may be involved in the care of those patients. The author's objective is to develop a tool that can be useful to healthcare professionals in caring for multimorbidity patients. In this article, they describe the creation of the Shared Care Platform. And the Shared Care Platform has 2 components. One is a social network component, which they refer to in the article as the clinical wall, and a second component, which is the clinical decision support system. In the acknowledgments section of the article, they acknowledge that the study was carried out within the framework of the PETIS project, which is financed by the Spanish Ministry of Science and Innovation. So let's talk about some of these collaboration tools. And one of the first I'd like to start with is one that you have some experience with by now in the course, because this is one of the tools that I believe is a very powerful tool for education, because it allows discussion among a group of people in a rather low-tech way. And this is the discussion tool that you've been utilizing. Another tool that's somewhat similar is Ning, and you can access that tool at www.ning.com. There are also some tools that allow one to carry on discussions utilizing audio. And tools of this nature include Blackboard Collaborate, which is available at www.blackboard.com/platforms/collaborate/overview. So as you get time, or I should say as you make time, avail yourself of Ning and Blackboard Collaborate, and a little bit of experience with those if you haven't experienced them already. Wikis are web pages that can be shared and edited by others. One well-known example is Wikipedia. WikiLeaks has helped illustrate the power that allowing others to contribute can actually have. A couple of examples of wikis include Wikispaces and Google Docs. So next we're going to talk a little bit about blogs. And blogs are useful for keeping people posted about what is happening with you, your department, or perhaps your organization. And they allow others to add comments, interject their thoughts, if you will. Blogs are similar to wikis, but offer a more journalistic style with entries organized by dates. You may have already participated in AARC Connect, which you see the banner from their website there posted, or at least an image of it posted there. You may have already engaged in AARC Connect. This offers several blogs related to issues of interest for respiratory care professionals. And you'll see in one of the discussion assignments I've requested that you join AARC Connect and avail yourself of some of the interaction available throughout the blogs and be able to participate in some of the discussions there. I think this is a great tool to allow you to participate in an online environment with respiratory professionals and leaders throughout the country. So give that a try. Voice or IP or voice over internet protocol allows audio to be transmitted, encoded and decoded at the other end, transmitted over the internet or over a network so that one can communicate using audio and in many cases video in an online environment. And some of the tools that are available include applications such as Google Hangouts, and I have the address there at www.google.com/hangouts/live-conversations. ooVoo, which allows you to engage in video conversation, video chat with multiple parties. Skype, which allows one-on-one or multiple video chat as well. And another one there, TinyChat. All of these tools can be quite useful for real-time synchronous interaction among colleagues and friends. So as you get a chance, please try to log in and experience some of these and or all of them, if you will, and see which ones you might like best. And this is a screen print from the website at Google Hangouts. Google Hangouts can be utilized to speak with up to 10 people at once using video chat. So it can be quite interesting and quite useful for small group discussions, which as a respiratory care manager you might have with key staff members or perhaps a task force or work group. This would be a great way to facilitate that, and it can be had for free. ooVoo can be utilized to speak with multiple people, up to 12 at once, using video chat. So if you get tired of all the text-based interactions in chat, tools such as ooVoo, Google Hangouts allow you to interact with folks in real time. Now, one of the things about these types of tools is these are synchronous tools as opposed to the discussion forums, which you mentioned earlier, which are asynchronous, where you don't have to be in the discussion forum at the same time as your colleagues. You can go back and read it and interact with them after the fact. So that's an asynchronous type of tool, whereas ooVoo and Google Hangouts are more of a synchronous type of tool where we might want to meet at 1 o'clock and have our video chat. Skype was one of the early players in video chat, so you might be familiar with Skype. Skype can also be utilized to speak with up to 10 people at once using video chat with a group of folks. In order to do that, you need to have a premium account by at least one, has to be had by at least one of the members. So one of the members has to subscribe to a premium account in order to do a group session. Cost per premium account is fairly nominal at $9.99 per month. Skype is also used for single connection calls to family, friends, colleagues. I know I've used Skype on a number of occasions and sometimes at great distances. I was at a conference in Japan and used Skype very reliably to talk with friends and family back home. So, great tool. And really, where would we be without instant messaging or text messages that are sent from our portable devices? Some people sending thousands of messages and perhaps maybe even tens of thousands of messages each month to friends, colleagues, and many others. We also have the availability of these tools, in many cases available on a laptop, portable computer, tablet, as well as a phone. Tools such as Windows Instant Messenger, Facebook communications using messaging tools, AOL messaging tools, Yahoo Messenger, as well as Google Chat. So there are a number of ways to communicate using instant messaging. And all these can be used for social as well as business-related communications. I'll talk a little bit about webcasts. I have attended webcasts using many online services, including Adobe Connect and GoToMeeting. DimDim, which was described in the text by Manning and Johnson, is no longer available. But there are many services available for web conferencing and webcasts, if you will. Some of these are free, at least to try out, and many of them offer varying pricing options. So give one or two of these a try. These include such services as Adobe Connect, Mikogo, Microsoft Office Live Meeting, and GoToMeeting. If you've done any of the webcasts available through the AARC, you've utilized the webcast technology, and they offer a wide variety of continuing education courses utilizing this type of technology. And just as an example of some of the different pricing models, Mikogo offers a basic service where you can have up to 3 people participate per session with one host and one session channel, and it's at a very nominal fee of $13 per month. And their prices go up to the enterprise type of edition where you have unlimited hosts, up to 25 participants in each session, utilizing 3 session channels for $78 per month. The AARC routinely offers a number of programs through the technology of webcasts. Many are approved for continuing education units, which can help manage in 2 different ways. One, meeting their own CEU requirements. Many states require continuing education units in order to maintain an active license as a respiratory care professional. And these types of webcasts can also be a way in which staff can continue their education and meet their licensure requirements as well. So they can help managers meet their own personal requirements and also help their staff to meet continuing education requirements as well. Many of them are available free of charge to members. So it's a great benefit to being a member of the American Association for Respiratory Care. It truly is a convenient way to get your continuing education requirements met and to learn a little bit about your profession. I know I've been enjoying them. The discussion activities for this module are a little bit more hands-on, requiring a little bit more interaction on your part perhaps, or at least different type of interaction. The first one, I'd like you to describe your experience so far using the class discussion board. And then as a second part to this, I'd like you to start a new thread and respond to a reply by either one of your colleagues or the instructor. In the second discussion activity for this module, I'd like you to create an account on AARC Connect, update your profile, and describe your experience responding or posting to a respiratory care topic on the AARC Connect site. Again, I think you'll find AARC Connect to be a great way to reach out to colleagues within the profession. Enjoy the day. Bye.